So I wanted to kind of show you some tips on how to get the perfect pout, because we all know to dress up any outfit and to spice up any look, we want to have a complete face, which means we have to tie in the lips. So to jump right into it, I suggest that you first exfoliate your lips. So I'll put a remedy on my website, abriellesays.com, and you can make it at home. It's with sugar and oil and all of that. So I'll put that on there. So you want to exfoliate your lips just to get rid of if they're chapped or any extra stuff on there, just so the lip will go on smoothly. So I already did that. So to start out, you want to prime your lips, and I use Pro Longwear Matte Concealer, and I use NW20. So the same concealer that you're going to use on your face, you're going to want to actually put it on your lips so you can give yourself a clean palette. So I'm going to put just a teeny tiny bit. You really don't need much because it is such a smaller area. I'm going to wipe it off. I'm just wiping it off on here so I won't get an overload amount on my lips. So you're just going to wipe it on there just like you do on your face. You're going to look a little weird at first, but okay, so then it's going to look like this. Kind of scary. So now that you did that, you're going to want to take your lip liner, and I use Staunchly Stylish, and let's see, it's right here, and I will put all these products, this is by MAC, I'll put all of these on my website too in the description, but so you want to make sure that the edge of the pencil is a little bit round so it'll go on smoothly. So what you're going to want to do to create a fuller lip is go along the outside, just a little bit outside of your natural lip line, like this. See how it's just slightly above my natural lip line. And I'm going to do the same on the bottom. So then as you can see, my lips are lined and it's slightly outside of the natural lip line. And then to fill it in so it's not a scary line, I'm going to just fill it in a little bit. And one of the little sneaky tricks is, if you want to create a fuller lip look, you want to keep the inside of your lips light so it'll draw the eye to that part of the lip and it'll keep it open. So I avoid as much as possible, but to still make it look natural, I avoid putting color and lip liner in here. So once it's kind of roughly lined like that, I'm going to apply the lipstick. I use MAC. It's called Angel. It's a really pretty color, really popular. If MAC is too expensive, another color that I found that I really like is L'Oreal Paris 112, and it's called Unending Kiss, so it's really fitting, and it's kind of this pinky. I love this. This is a good little coat that you can throw on any day, but for this look, I'm going to use the MAC one. So I'm going to kind of apply all over. And it kind of has that frosty look, but not too much. It's kind of smacked together, and it's normal when you're going to have concealer on your lips. A little's going to build up right here when you're first applying, but that'll all even out. So then the next thing I'm going to do is apply, this is the best product. It's literally $2, you guys. It's called e.l.f. The brand is e.l.f. and it's lip balm SPF 15, and especially living in Arizona, I really appreciate sunscreen whenever I get the chance. So I'm going to put a little bit of this. It's kind of it's a nude color, but I'm just going to put a little of that on just to smooth out my lips. Adds a little bit of moisture because sometimes lipstick can dry it out. So that's that. And then to finish off the look, I'm going to take blush. So this is a really pretty rosy blush. It's called Rosy Outlook, and it's by MAC. You can take any pink blush. I'm going to put it on an eyeshadow applicator brush, and I'm going to pat it on my lips. Make sure you don't dip your brush in the blush the same way. So flip it over when you're going to do it for the second application so it doesn't mess up your blush. Why I did that is because powder locks in liquid. So as the same when you're putting on your face makeup, you're going to want to put a powder over your liquid so it'll keep it all on your face. So now that that's done, the last thing I'm going to do to create the image of having a fuller lip is use MAC. This is Luna Frost, and it's a highlighter. So the same type of thing that you use on your face, you're going to use it on your lip. So I just put a little bit on my finger, and the inside you want to keep as light as possible. So I'm going to just dab this on. Maybe put a little more. And before you know it, you have a fuller lip that you can wear on a regular basis. I'll show you some other looks on my website. If you want to go for a red look or a brighter look, I'll put that all on there. But for this one, I just thought it was a good day-to-day wear that you could use to create the perfect pucker. So if you have any questions, please go on my website, abriellesays.com. Leave me comments and we can kind of talk about some new tips and all of that there. So thanks so much for watching, and pucker up. Mwah!